Check it out. It's the all-new 7th generation Ford Mustang. I'm driving the V8 GT and it sounds great. And it's got a manual transmission. Few things are more American than Ford's Mustang. Hot dogs and apple pie, maybe, but that's a different automotive brand. It's so significant, the pony car segment is named after it, even though it got its moniker from the fighter plane. And Mustang's been in production every year since 1964, something Camaro, Challenger, and certainly Firebird can't claim. There's talk that this 7th generation could be the last of the gas-powered Stangs, and it's the only car Ford produces now. If you want to get into a Mustang, you can do it for as little as $32,500, and yeah, that includes destination. That's a hardtop fastback Mustang with the EcoBoost 4-cylinder turbo. The GT, that's V8 powered here, starts at $40,000. That's for a hardtop. The convertible that I'm driving, 66 grand as tested. Gen 7 uses much of the architecture from the last Mustangs, strengthened and modified some. Every body panel is new. This lip could provide shelter from the constant rain squalls happening this week. Mustangs are all about emotion and drama, so these are appropriate. I'm a sucker for sequential turn signals. Some controversy. The dual-screen instrument panel is fully digital. This iPad dynamic runs counter to Mustang's analog nature, but it adds benefits like useful gauges and maybe too many ways to adjust the car's performance settings. Seriously, I lost track of what I did with some of the changes. There are preset modes that are a touch away. They make a big difference. I can see just switching them up to watch the graphics change. This particular GT Premium is equipped with a $2,900 package that adds Bang & Olufsen sound, premium trim, and upgraded active electronic safety tech. The $5,000 Performance package adds Brembo brakes at all corners, special 19-inch wheels and summer tires, plus an upgraded Torsen limited slip rear axle. The Nite Pony package blacks out the grille and Mr. Ed. Magna Ride adjustable adaptive dampers are $1,700, well worth it. What looks like a conventional parking brake is actually electric. Use it in drift mode and it helps a driver destroy rear tires like a pro. Mustang's convertible roof is cloth, insulated, and watertight. Seattle is having significant storms this week. Not a drop of rain has entered the cabin. The top is super simple to drop. Just release this latch and push a button. And very shortly, you have acres of blue sky and sunshine above you. Or if you're here in Seattle, gray skies and maybe some rain. Maybe some rain? I'm lucky to get any clearing at all. It's in the mid-40s, I've got the heated steering wheel and seats on, and I'm dodging rain squalls. Just wanted to let you know what wind management looked like. I'm doing around 55 miles an hour here, and as you can see, it's pretty good. And no, I'm not wearing a lot of hairspray. Even on a lousy morning, this is exhilarating. Imagine beautiful weather. Top-down driving lets you see and smell the world, good smells mind you, more completely. They're a tanning bed in summer, immersive in the fall, far better than an open sunroof or even the Targa-like Miata RF. The visibility can't be beat, though that does suffer when the ragtop is up. Then blind spot warning is a godsend. Perhaps you noticed the automotive equivalent of Pavarotti on startup? No? Check your pulse then. Ford's famed 5-liter Coyote V8 has an unmistakable howl. Owners will be forgiven for popping the hood just to gaze on its old-school magnificence. Making 486 horsepower and 418 pound-feet of torque, it's been updated for 2024, including dual throttle body. This strut tower brace is part of the performance package. Have an early commute? Your neighbors will hate you. It's gotta be 1 decibel lower than legal. Equipped with active valve performance exhaust, this does a great Barry White impression. The 6-speed manual is the standard transmission. A 10-speed automatic is $1,600. The clutch is perfectly weighted, neither overly light or heavy. I never once stalled it. Honest. The drive modes come with different cluster designs. Unfortunately, all of my days with the GT were with damp pavement. Many of these modes went untested. Summer tires and precipitation, not a good mix. I've not driven the turbocharged Ford Mustang, but Car and Driver has, and it has clocked the EcoBoost 0 to 60 runs at 4.5 seconds. The V8, 4.2, so not as big a difference as you might imagine. Pretty easy to see, Mustang is strictly rear drive. All-wheel drive is not a thing. One thing the EcoBoost can't offer is this. The lovely velvety sound of a V8. You just can't beat that. You know, if you're the kind of person that put baseball cards in your bike spokes, this engine is for you. It's delightfully smooth, never too loud inside, like a perfectly mixed and mastered Springsteen recording. It's as new school as old school gets. It's easy to call up rev-matching downshifts. Some might find that gimmicky. I don't care. It sounds great. Steering is very direct, but not nervous or twitchy. There's a touch of forgiveness on center to keep the squirreliness away. Tracking straight and true, pavement wear grooves can sometimes pull on the performance tires. I've never driven a Mustang where the comfort to sport ratio is so good. The MagneRide dampers really do their job. This is easily a daily driver. One thing, this is a convertible, so if you hit a big bump, there is going to be some cowl shake. The structure is pretty solid, but that's kind of unavoidable. With damp tarmac, it's tough to gauge the GT's upgraded brakes. Brembo has a great reputation. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. The V8 adds weight to the front end. That might give an edge to the EcoBoost in the handling department. Have to believe the cornering is heroic, considering the adaptive dampers and performance tires. High winds have dropped tree limbs and leaves on all the fun roads, and the last time I pushed a high-performance car in wet conditions, the results required a tow truck. But it's easy to read what's happening when the tires are about to break away. I like the shift action, nice crisp short throws, nice clutch take-up, nice mechanical feel, and the fact that you can even get a 6-speed manual in this car is a gift. Even equipped with a manual, there's a full suite of active electronic ADAS tech like automatic emergency braking and adaptive cruise control. This is equipped with the upgraded Ford Copilot 360 Plus system. The driving position is low, but doesn't quite feel like sitting in a bathtub, and the hood is long. From behind the wheel, Mustang feels larger than it is. There's a big price premium for the V8, and it only gets worse because of the fuel economy. The EPA rates the GT with the 6-speed manual here at 17 miles per gallon average. It does rise a tick with the 10-speed automatic, that's 18 mpg. The EcoBoost, 26 miles per gallon. It's significantly better. Unfortunately, the Turbo 4 does not come with the manual transmission. That is a shame. There will be grumbling from traditionalists about the modern digital instrument panel, but everyone should be in agreement that this is the best looking interior Ford has bestowed on a Mustang. Personally, I like all the information that the displays provide. Unfortunately, most of the hard buttons are gone. Ford execs claim that millennials and Gen Zers like the digital approach, legacy owners too. I think it went a little too far. even though the Sync 4 interface works quite well with good layout and response. Seats, heated and vented in this case, get real cowhide. Well bolstered, they're on the soft side if you prefer your chairs firmer. These have the heft of a suspension arm. Nice. There's padding where it needs to be, stitching all over the place elevates the vibe. Ford's faux carbon fiber drops it back down though, if only there was an option for spendier-looking trim. With small side view mirrors and a low seating position, a surround view camera would help. Storage is all over the cabin, most of the slots and cubbies are on the small side. Wireless charging handles my iPhone 13 Pro well. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are wireless. Oh, and sorry, I never turned on the Bang & Olufsen system. That's how good the V8 sounds. Evil Twin didn't show up because he figured it would be super cramped back here and only for little kids. But I have to say, at 5'9", it is snug, but I'm okay. Even with the roof up, I have just enough headroom. I would rather ride back here than pay for an Uber. You could sell this to your significant other as practical. Yeah, good luck with that. I'm trying to remember the last time I saw a real antenna on a car. You want Easter eggs? Mustang is full of them. In fact, the only place you'll really find a Ford logo is up near the ADAS sensor cluster. Windows don't count. Geez, it's windy out. Never a good sign when I come out with a cart of TP and not a pallet. Space-saving hinges are a good start though. While there's only a repair kit, obviously you could stash a physical spare back here. The ragtop has fixed seat backs, so this space isn't getting any larger. It measures out at 10.3 cubic feet, 3 smaller than a fastback. I'm surprised it holds as much cargo as it does. It almost takes on 4 packs, but the deck lid doesn't quite close. Let's call it 3.5. And there's always the back seat to fill. It's red light, green light time. Green lights. This is the best Mustang ever, and new variants will give it new life. The V8's voice is magical. The digital cockpit works very well to give drivers all the information that they need, and the Americana vibe, performance, and handling are uniquely Mustang, and a good value. Yellow lights. The digital displays are excellent. Too many controls are on the screen, though. The convertible's back seat works for average-sized adults, but a little snug. While drop-top motoring is unbeatable, like nearly all convertibles, there's a smidge of cowl quiver hitting big bumps. Red lights. I saw an average of 13 miles per gallon. That stings. Sitting low with the top raised, visibility is far from panoramic. The fake carbon fiber distracts from an otherwise nicely done cabin. I believe the industry transition to full electric will take longer than most people think, and some will see a V8 powered pony car as a dinosaur. But every shift, rev match blip, and V8 bark gets me in the gut. It's primal, which is high praise in this case. There's talk that this 7th generation Mustang is the last of the Ice Age, that the next one will be electric, or at least electrified. And you know, I like electric vehicles, I really do. They've got their advantages. But I'm going to miss this. It's got such an analog feel. There's just nothing like a V8. It's very soul satisfying. Mustang is adapted through the decades, yet it still captures the same spirit it delivered in the 1960s. Think about it, this is closing in on 60 years old. Camaro and Challenger are not long for this world, so get them while you can. Soon, this segment will be a one-horse race. I'm surprised that the take rate on the V8 is around 2/3, according to Ford. Would have thought that the EcoBoost had higher sales. By the automatic-equipped GT, and there's a rev mode where the key fob has the ability to race the engine from outside the parked car. Juvenile? Sure, but sometimes the best fun is just that. Hey folks, special thanks to Martin Campbell, who drives while I shoot running footage. He also takes the thumbnails. He's an excellent still photographer. You owned a Mustang, right?
Yep.
It was your first car?
First and second.
Wow. I've never owned a Mustang, which is weird. I've come really close a couple times. I just never got to it. Oh, and just as I was buttoning this video up, Ford revealed the 2024 GT California Special. It can be had with the 6-speed manual or 10-speed automatic. For the extra money, it adds rave blue accents to the grille nostrils and badging. There are stripes. I think we all know those make a car go faster. 2 different 19-inch wheels can be had. Both get rave blue accenting. The cockpit also gets blue trim, but not rave. Here it's navy pure upholstery, plus raptor blue and metal gray stitching. Looks good and available to order now. Best of all, it can be had in any state, not just California. Hope you got something out of my look at the 2024 Ford Mustang GT Convertible. Before I go, can I suggest something to make your life really, really awesome? Once in your life, own a convertible. I've owned a Miata for over 30 years, and there's just something magical about them. An open-top vehicle, you just experience things different than you would in a regular car, even one with a sunroof. At the very least, rent one while you're on vacation. You'll remember it forever. Thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe to this channel, click notifications. You know, you're here at the end. I'm assuming that you enjoyed this video. If you've got a question, leave it in the comments or find me on social media. And if you want to support this channel, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. Gas is expensive in this thing. You can do it using YouTube Super Thanks and Venmo. Much appreciated. That's Driven. I'm Tom Voelk.